How's it going, Forex traders? Yours Desmond Samuel, and I am back with another episode of my weekly Forex Forecast. How's it going, traders? How's it going, traders? How's it going? How's it going, Forex traders? Welcome back. My name is Desmond Samuel, and I am back with another episode of our weekly Forex Forecast. Now, in a recent video, we spoke about a lot. Now, in our recent videos, I made mention of the fact that the dollar index still has some more room to the downside, and as you can see, like, so the market even came on here and then created some form of a supply level and then started tanking from here. All right, so long story short, for the DXY, first of all, in our previous episode here, we made mention. So in our previous episode, we made mention of the fact that a lot of pairs were actually so So guys, we had like a very good trading week. We had a very solid trading week. Last week was amazing. We had a lot of pairs to the downside. Every single pair that we called came into fusion. Alright guys, so from last Alright guys, so in our last episode we actually spoke about a lot of pairs. So we spoke about the USD sell to the downside, and last week was a very good trading week. Still initial, by the way, and we still have some more room to the downside, and we actually spoke about US oil collapse, which I actually spoke about in my Telegram community. I called this trader for them, and then they all made money from it, and then every single thing that we called out last week was actually amazing. All right, so we had like a very good trading week last week, and now we are here with another week. So we had like Usdjpy to the upside, it was amazing. We had like a very decent trade. So we had like Usdjpy to the upside, it was amazing. We had like a very beautiful trade from here to this upside here. Let's see something real quick. See, see, see. Okay, so starting off with the XY. Okay, so starting off with the dollar index, I did make mention of the fact that this dollar index had some room to the downside. I wasn't exactly sure of the euro short and then the pound sterling short just yet, and in fact the market did prove me right, because now the market actually came into the 108 and 109 region and then just started collapsing all the way down. And that is the thing, guys. You know, there's always these technical levels that the market has issues breaking above, and this it was actually here. That's so that that's the thing, guys. The market always has some technical criteria to fulfill that you may not necessarily see. And I was banging on this thing the last time we spoke. I said, listen, I'm not really comfortable with the dollar index coming here and then rallying when we have some more room to the downside. We have a gap to fill the downside, yeah. And it's always supply and demand at the end of the day. When the market is going higher, say for instance that this guy's actually poised to go higher, it would, after creating a demand level here, best believe the market has to come back and test it nicely before actually continuing in the initial direction. And in this case here, the market is doing just that. All right, so for the direction moving into next week, I actually still expect some downside on the dollar index, probably to 105.710, 105.710, and then from there we could actually start to see some strengthening. Or in the event that this level does not really hold, we could actually see the dollar collapse further, even deep into 105. All right, so that's just that for the dollar index. I am still very bullish on the XY. I see no reason as to why you should turn bearish on the XY. Everything on the dollar index is pointing bullish at the moment. It's just that we have some technical levels that the market has to come in and play with a bit. So we have this 105.710, and I saw a comment asking me that am I not sure? Am I sure that 108 will not hold? I'm like, guys, I've been doing this for well over So I saw a comment that asked that how am I sure that this 108 level will not hold. I'm like, guys, I've been doing this for well over 4 years now. I kid you not. When the market is ready to move, I know when the market is ready to move. Like I have seen this happen several times. I've gotten bonds here several times. I know it for a fact. All right. So there is more to forex than break and retest. Believe me. All right. So that's just that for the XY. I'm still pro dollar. I'm very bullish on dollar. Prime target remains 114.444. And the event that this level doesn't hold, then I'll be back here to let you guys know how you can restrategize and then rearrange ourselves nicely. All right. So now taking us back to the euro dollar now. All right. So taking us back to the euro dollar now. So I spoke to you guys one time. Okay, let me just talk about this one. Man, the mic is crazy. Mic is crazy actually.
So you edit.
Yeah, I'm editing. The mic is crazy actually. All right. So taking us back to the NZD USD, as you can see, like so, I actually highlighted this level. I said to you guys that for this market to be ready to head back to the downside, we have to come in and test this supply level somewhere around here. And best believe the market will go nowhere if the DXY does not move. Do you understand me? The market will, because at the end of the day, this is the New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Everything in the market, most things in the market are traded versus the USD. So if the USD stays stagnant, you don't expect this guy to move, right? So in that case, I'm actually still bullish on this guy, medium term bullish, because I'm actually expecting a pullback into the 0.59000 region, which is where you have this yellow bar. Like so, once it pulls back nicely, you guys know how we do it now. So it's just a simple, either counter trend line break or a nice bounce from here. We see this guy collapse all the way to 0.55423. We see this guy collapse all the way to 0.55423 if this level holds. All right, I'm still very bearish on this guy. Matter of fact, there is absolutely nothing stopping this guy from collapsing because the whole market seems weak at the moment. This is very weak, and my first level target remains 0.55423, and then subsequently we should collapse all the way to 0.50400. All right, so plus or minus, we have enough room to the downside. We have about 900 pips to go, right? Roughly 800 pips to go. So this is trade for the quarter, man. We have lots of trades on our hands, right? Let's believe. And if you found value in this video so far, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell icon as well as you do so, alright? So now the next pair on the list now will be the euro dollar. I was hammering on this guy last time. I said, guys, be careful as you're shorting the euro. Be careful as you're shorting the euro, because I've seen this thing happen several times where people are very eager to hop on a trend. You don't have to start a trend. Do you understand? You don't have to. You don't. There is no rule that says you must start a trend. You cannot start a trend. All right. So allow the market move. Let the market move. Let the market do every single thing that you want to do. Then you can come on and then hop on that wave. So in that case, I'm still very bearish on euro. Best believe I'm very bearish on this guy. Matter of fact, this is how it looks. All right. So we still have this descending trend line here. We had like the first touch, second touch. So the market could be coming in deeper for that third touch before actually rotate lower. But I'm still very careful looking at this guy, because now this is the weekly time frame double bottom somewhere around here, like so anything could happen. We could easily blow out of here. All right, so I would advise you await my confirmation before I actually go into do anything on the euro, because right now you can't start selling or buying because you're actually deep into resistance. All right, deep into resistance level. So I let this guy do every single thing that he wants to do somewhere around here. Then you will actually hop on it, guys. Don't worry, you have options, guys. You're my subscribers, you have options. You're my followers, you have options. Believe me, guys. You need to see what we are doing in the guys. You need to see what we are doing in the Telegram community, guys. We are knocking out trades back to back. All right. So now the next pair now will be the pound sterling. Alright, so now the next pair now will be the pound sterling. So I had a very funny feeling about this guy earlier, because I felt like this pullback was too small for this entire impulsive drop. Yeah, like listen, the market melted all the way from 1.34413 and then melted, and then you think this pullback is enough for this whole impulsive move here? Come on now. All right, so the market will always pull in deeper into supply levels. All right, so in this case here, the supply level was always at 1.27000. All right, so I expect that in the coming weeks I need to see some more bullishness on this guy, pulling deeper into 1.27 and for those of you guys who actually love to trade like medium term trends, let me see what I can do for you on the lower time frame. Let me see what I can do for you for the on the lower time frame. Okay, so we have some form of a demand level somewhere around here. So the market could even be pulling in deeper to this level before actually continue higher. Alright, but in any case, I'm actually expecting a pulse link to pull in deeper into 1.27000 region. And once that is said and done, guys, we have space, we have room to the downside. I'm still very, very bearish on this, guys. Believe me. Once the market lines up nicely, you have roughly 600 pips to the downside, guys. You are good to go. Just one of these trades will pay you for the quarter. Believe me. One trade like this will pay you for the quarter. Alright. So next up now we have so next up now we have the dollar card. Alright, so I actually highlighted this guy to the downside, and believe me, man, listen, guys, I've been doing this for well over 4 years. I know when the market is ready. I kid you not. Don't forget all these spikes you're seeing here. This is where the demand level is, guys. You have to learn how to use. Okay, I think I'm gonna drop a video this week on how to use Fibonacci. Alright, guys, you need to master Fibonacci. Fibonacci will make the game easier for you, I promise you. Alright, so as things stand, my demand level remains at 1.400 for USD card. And once the USD card pulls in deeper into this yellow bar right here, we have space all the way to the upside. I'm targeting the weekly highs. So I'm targeting the weekly highs for the USD card, yeah. So which is around 1.59, roughly 1.6000 region, something around there. Like so, but before we actually go ahead to buy this guy, because this was a chart pattern, yeah. This was a double bottom, and then this was the neckline that got broken somewhere around here. So we pull back into this neckline, and then we actually have enough space to the upside. All right. So USD card remains bearish in the coming weeks. In the coming week, rather, we should actually see this guy dropping deeper to 1.4000 region, like so. So once that is said and done, I'll be back here to let you guys know what we're going. Yeah. So back on gold. So gold has been a very, very sweet trade all through this quarter. We'll be long in gold, and then it's just getting very, very close to TP. TP remains $3,000 per ounce for gold, but in the event that the market starts to weaken and then comes into here, I'm waiting for gold at 2,750 dollars per ounce. Once I see that collapse here, I'll be definitely knocking this guy back to 3K, right? Because I still believe that this guy has some more room to the upside. Okay. So let me see if this lines up nicely with Fibonacci. Yes, it does. Everything looks decent. I'm still pro bullish. I'm still very, very bullish on gold until we hit 3K. Once we hit 3K, then I can now start chilling, because now we have enough room to the downside. Like, guys, you have no idea. This guy has created series of demand levels that it does not even come back into. So my should after gold smashing through 3K. First of all, we have an inverse head and shoulders pattern somewhere. So this is the head, shoulder, neckline was broken with no decent pullback. Alright, so after 3K, I expect that the gold should actually collapse further back down into maybe $2,300 per ounce, or even 2,180 as it came maybe. But I'm targeting 2,300 should this guy pull back. Alright, so that's just that for gold. Let me see. I think we have oil. So for crude oil, we actually called out crude oil in the Telegram community to the downside. I actually let them know that this guy was actually very bearish and was ready to fall and then pay off some more. So this trade was actually called out in my paid mentorship group. Alright, so this was a very, very decent trade idea. It was a very, very simple. First of all, we had like a descending trend line coming in from the weekly time frame, and then so all we had to do was just to scale into the daily time frame and then look for decent entry opportunities. Alright, so we actually sold this guy all the way by down. So prime target for crude oil remains. So we have been bearish so we have been bearish crude oil for a while now, and then prime target remains $69 a barrel for crude oil. I see no reason as to why this guy should not collapse further. We have some more space to the downside on crude oil. This was one of the easiest trades that we actually traded in the community. Alright, so easy peasy. Alright, so now moving on to the next pair now. So we have we have the next pair now being the USD CHF. Alright, so for USD CHF, we alright, so the next pair on the list now will be the USD CHF. We've been actually shorting this guy to the downside for quite some time now, and it has paid us so much money, guys. I kid you not. USD CHF still has some more room to the downside. I will not be surprised to see USD CHF collapse all the way back down to 0.87480, which was a prime target. From here, we should see a reversal to the upside. But as things stand here, we will definitely see this guy fall deeper. Alright, guys, in my Telegram community, we have milked this guy. We have made money from this guy. My mentees have made money. Those in my free Telegram group have made money. You can find the link in the pinned comment below. Alright. So for USD CHF is very, very simple. It collapsed into 0.87480, then we should rally into 0.92270. Alright, that's just that for USD CHF. Let me see if there are other pairs. So for USDJPY, we are still very bearish. We had like a very decent trade idea from here. We went long on this guy. It was beautiful, but as things stand, this guy is still weak. So in the event that this market blows through this level here, we would definitely see USDJPY collapse. We will definitely see USDJPY collapse all the way to 140.443. All right, so that's just that for USDJPY. Rather, so let's see what other pair we could talk about. All right, so silver, on the other hand, nothing much on silver. um all right, so for AUD we have we have some more room to the upside. All right, so for AUD, so for AUDSD we have some more room to the downside. Remember, we have some pullback to do. All right, so we have some decent pullback to do to pull into at least 0.64800. Once we see that decent pullback into this point here, then I'll be back to let you guys know where we're going. All right, so and that brings us to the end of this episode of our weekly forex forecast. All right, so that's just how it looks. All right, so thank you so much, guys, for sticking through to the end. By the way, my name remains Desmond Samuel, and that brings us to the end of this episode. I'll see you guys in the and that brings us to the end of this episode of our weekly forex. And that brings us to the end of this episode of our and that brings us to the end of this episode of our and that brings us to the end of this episode of our weekly forex forecast. I remain yours truly, Desmond Samuel. Thank you so much for sticking through to the end. Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell icon, leave a comment and like, and be sure to share these videos, guys. And I'll see you guys in a subsequent episode. You are always free to join the Telegram community and enroll for the mentorship. Learn how we do this things. You can see how I broke down this chart, easy peasy. All right. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. For now, stay safe, stay blessed, trade safe, and peace out.